Hey guys, welcome to day 23 of 30. By the way, how is the challenges going for those of you that are doing it? It's going very well for us. Haven't skipped any day of smoothie or running. I think the day before the triathlon I only did a half a mile, but it's going pretty good for me. I did a 9-mile run today. It was a gorgeous 73-degree temperature and sunshine, and I was listening to the birds, and it was so peaceful. I was running along a quiet road on the sidewalk, and it was wonderful. I had a wonderful time running today. Just perfect temperature, beautiful, and just listening to the birds. Got the runner's high today. You should try running if you don't do it. It's so great. Anyways, so the Dr. Furhman diet, as mentioned yesterday, one diet that we do really approve of is the Dr. Furhman diet. You know, most diets go along macronutrient ratios, which me and Sarah, and especially me, is not a big fan of at all. Because I think macronutrient ratios is a small percentage of health. But let's listen to the Dr. Furhman diet. He has this acronym of foods you should eat every day. It's called Gbomb. G-B-O-M-B-S. So greens, beans, onions, mushrooms, berries, seeds. Now my sister and her husband introduced us to this. This is around when we went vegan too. And so we've been trying to incorporate this pretty close to 2 years now in our diet. All of these, the greens, beans, onions, mushrooms, berries, seeds. So what's the benefit about greens? Well, greens, when it's talking about greens, it's leafy greens. So kale, Swiss chard, bok choy, arugula, spinach. First of all, they're only about 100 calories or so. They're low in calories, high in nutrition. As a matter of fact, leafy greens are the most nutrient dense of all foods, is what Dr. Furhman is saying. Leafy greens contain substances that protect blood vessels and are associated with reduced risk of diabetes. So protecting blood vessels, so it's protecting you from heart disease, America's #1 killer, and diabetes, America's 7th killer. Chemicals protecting you from the blood vessels are nitrates. Those are what's in leafy greens. Of course, it's packed with phytochemicals, protein. It's very rich in folate. He goes to say that they even kill cancer cells, leafy greens will. Now beans, as we mentioned a few days ago, get off here, bug. As we mentioned a few days ago, one thing I dislike about the fully raw diet is the fact that you can't have beans, and beans are really good for you. Well, let's see what Dr. Furhman has to say about beans. A powerhouse of nutrition. They're the most nutrient-dense carbohydrate source you can have. They're anti-diabetes. They're weight loss foods because they're digested slowly. They have a stabilizing effect on blood sugar, which promotes satiety, fullness, prevents food cravings. It's rich in soluble fiber, which lowers cholesterol. Also fermented by the intestinal bacteria into fatty acids that help to prevent colon cancer. All right, so cancer, number 2 death in America. Eating beans, peas, or lentils at least twice a week has been found to decrease colon cancer risk by 50%. It also protects against larynx, pharynx, stomach, and kidney cancers. I don't know if I pronounced all those right. I'm not 100% familiar with cancer. So, you know, studies are showing this is preventing colon and other types of cancers by eating it twice a week. By the way, if you're vegan and you're struggling with getting enough iron, before going on supplements for iron, I would suggest eating beans and lentils every single day. Eat maybe, I'd say, a cup of each at least, and then eat foods rich in vitamin C, such as red pepper, with that meal, and see if your iron levels don't improve. They should. You want the iron, you want the vitamin C, which helps absorb iron. The vitamin C will, because plant iron is non-heme iron, where animal iron is heme iron, so it's more absorbable in animal products, but plant products, iron isn't so absorbable, but with vitamin C rich foods with it, not a problem. Now, we unfortunately don't eat beans and lentils every day like I'd like to. We kind of used to do that when we got canned stuff, but the canned stuff is expensive. Sometimes the cans have BPA in them. I know you can get BPA, but then, you know, I don't know what other kind of chemicals they might have replaced it with. So typically we just cook it on the stove. It takes a good hour. It takes an hour. So we typically eat it once to twice a week. Trying to do twice a week. You got to soak them overnight at least 12 hours. Don't always remember to do that. I really want to have those more. Maybe we made a big batch today, so that should last us for at least 3 days. Those beans and lentils should. Now, he also recommends onions. His beneficial effects on cardiovascular immune system, as well as anti-diabetic and anti-cancer effects. So again, I like this diet because it's preventing disease. It's helping you live a longer life. It's helping you bring a better quality of life. Unlike diets where I'm not a big fan of, that just focus on macronutrient ratios. Not to say none of those diets are good, but I don't like it when a diet's sole focus is on macronutrient ratios. Studies have found that increased consumption of alluvium vegetables is associated with lower risk of gastric and prostate cancers. These compounds prevent the development of cancers by detoxifying carcinogens, halting cancer cell growth, and blocking angiogenesis. High levels of antioxidants such as quercetin in them. They have at least 25 different anthocyanins in them. Induces cell death in tumor cells. Flavonoids also have anti-inflammatory effects that may contribute to cancer prevention. So again, we've mentioned this before on this channel. Inflammation is the root cause of many diseases, issues, and problems in our world today. That's why we're also big on turmeric. He should really have turmeric on this list, but he doesn't. Mushrooms. So there was a Chinese study done on mushrooms, and women who had just one mushroom a day had a 64% decreased risk of breast cancer. And that's a lot. You know, October is going to be coming up another 4 or 5 months, and that'll be Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It should be Mushroom Awareness Month, because according to this Chinese study, it decreased breast cancer by 64% eating just one mushroom. What happens if you eat 10 mushrooms a day? Does it make you almost immune? It might. I don't know. Perhaps it does. I don't know if there's been studies on that. Again, anti-cancerous, anti-inflammatory, he goes on to say in this article, which will be posted down in the description below. Mushrooms contain compounds that block the production of estrogen, also prevent DNA damage, slows cancer cell growth, causes programmed cancer cell death, and he says that mushrooms should only be consumed cooked, is what he's saying. The next one is berries. I agree with this. These are something you should consume every day. That's something we only really consume fresh when they're in season. They're just too darn expensive. I mean, a little pint of blueberries is like what, $4, $5, $6, and I can finish it in a minute. I gotta wait till they're in season. I like to buy 20 pounds and just eat that stuff up. But we get frozen berries, and we put those in our smoothies every day. This is out of the Gbomb's list. Berries was our biggest struggle to get in every day because they're really expensive. But you can get frozen mixed berries for a decent price at the store. Put those in your smoothies every day. So, you know, when they're dark colors, that means they are full of antioxidants, flavonoids, antioxidant vitamins. Berries are some of the highest antioxidant foods on the planet, is what he goes on to say. And I've heard this before. So it has cardioprotective and anti-cancer effects, and is good at it has benefits such as reducing blood pressure. Again, blood pressure is a big problem today in our world, especially in America. It reduces inflammation. Again, inflammation is the root cause of many diseases. Prevents DNA damage. Berry consumption has been linked to reduced risk of diabetes and cancers and cognitive decline. Berries are excellent for the brain. Berry consumption improves both motor coordination and memory. And then the last one here is seeds. So seeds, you know, they're rich in healthy fats, they're rich in minerals, antioxidants. He says, countless studies have demonstrated the cardiovascular benefits of nuts. In addition, nuts in the diet aids in weight maintenance and diabetes prevention. The nutritional profile of seeds are similar to nuts when it comes to healthy fats, minerals, and antioxidants, but seeds are also abundant in trace minerals, higher in protein than nuts, and each kind of seed is nutritionally unique. So you know, flax and chia, those are high in omega-3s. Flax seeds is associated with reduced risk of heart disease. Sunflower seeds are rich in protein. They're also very rich in vitamin E. I think it's the highest source if I'm not mistaken. And then pumpkin seeds, we try to get these in every day in our salad. We mix them in with our salads. They're rich in iron and calcium and zinc. A lot of things people say vegans lack, so get your pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds are also the highest source of protein by weight. Sesame seeds have the greatest amount of calcium than any single food in the world. Also high in vitamin E. Sesame seeds are rich in antioxidants as well. And then the healthy fats in seeds and nuts aid in the absorption of nutrients when eaten with vegetables. So you've probably seen that in our What I Eat in a Day videos. That's why we add pumpkin seeds, hemp seeds, sunflower seeds. We add these to our salads, mix them in, because he says it aids in the absorption of nutrients when eaten with vegetables. It aids in absorption, so we put those with our vegetables. Dr. Furhman also goes on to say, and I agree with him 100%, your salad should always be your main dish. That's why in our What I Eat in a Day videos, you always see us eating salad for dinner, because essentially we're following the Dr. Furhman diet, so to say. We're eating salads because he said that should always be the main dish, and I agree with him 100%. We need to be getting our vegetables in every day. And this doctor has helped tens of thousands of people with weight loss. So if you're trying to lose weight, I highly recommend following Gbombs. Leafy greens, beans, onions, mushrooms, berries, seeds. I highly recommend following all that. What I also like about this diet is it doesn't go all crazy, you know, following a certain macronutrient ratio, but it has all your macronutrients in it. You know, you got plenty of carbs from vegetables and beans. You got plenty of healthy fats and proteins from the leafy greens. Not so much fat, but then you got the healthy fats from the nuts and seeds, which he recommends. So you know, you're getting everything in. You're getting all your nutrition in on this diet too. The only thing you're not really getting is vitamin D and B12. Other than that, I think you're getting all the nutrients, all the vitamins, all the minerals on this kind of a diet, I think, except vitamin D and B12. Don't quote me on that for sure, but I'm pretty sure those are the only two nutrients you're not getting on this Gbomb diet. So yeah, I really like it a lot. Sarah's a big fan. It's healthy, it's great for weight loss, and what I really like about it is just its disease prevention. You know, I went to a cancer conference once to learn more about cancer. You know, me and Sarah are just into health kind of stuff. And so they asked everybody in the room, raise your hand if you know somebody who has had cancer. If you know anybody who's had it. There's hundreds of people in the room. Every single person raised their hand. We all know somebody who's had a heart attack, who's had heart disease, who's had cancer, who's diabetic. We all know it. These diseases are only increasing. Heart disease keeps rising. The obesity epidemic keeps rising. Diabetes keeps rising. Cancer keeps rising. Cancer, again, second leading cause of death in America. Heart disease is the #1. This is scientifically backed up by things he's saying. There's got 39 references in this article, and it's a pretty science-based diet. And now, do you need to eat only this? Do we eat only this? Absolutely not. We add other things. We'll eat pineapples, we'll eat bananas, we'll eat apples, we'll eat oranges, we'll eat kiwis. We'll eat broccoli. You know, broccoli isn't in here. We'll eat asparagus. So there's a lot of things that's on this list that aren't on this list, but we still eat. So we don't follow this diet to a T. It's not like we only eat Gbombs. We don't eat just greens, beans, onions, mushrooms, berries, seeds. That's not the only thing. We eat apples, we'll eat grapes, we'll eat kiwis, mangoes, pineapples, cherries. If I had to rate one of the best diets in the world, this would be it. But I don't think you need to eat only this, and I think he would agree. You don't need to eat just this Gbombs. It's just amazing that these foods that have been provided for us since the beginning of time are the things that bring us life. Isn't it interesting that something we didn't even create, we didn't create onions, we didn't create mushrooms, We didn't create berries. We didn't create seeds. Isn't it amazing that the stuff that man didn't even create is actually the stuff that brings us life and prevents disease that we're having today? And isn't it amazing as well that anything that man seems to create, any processed food, is man-made? And yet those are the things that give us disease. Those are the things that make us sick. Those are the things that give us thicker waists. I don't know. Think about that. Think of just how amazing that is. That things that man didn't even create do all these amazing things for us. Yet anything that man seems to create seems to cause problems. Really interesting to me. That's just really amazing. I'd say think about that, because that's fascinating to me. Tomorrow's video is going to be, why does Sarah never crave junk food? That'll be a really interesting video. I crave junk food. I wanted to buy ice cream today. I was tempted, even at the health food store, to buy vegan junk food ice cream, but I didn't. It's going to happen soon though, because I keep craving it every time I go in there. I just gawk at it. Check out epic delicious salad we eat every single day. Check out that video. That was filmed back in January. It'll be linked up here if I can get it. See you tomorrow, guys.